everyone! In this video, I will show you how to do this cute mesh shrug. One thing I want to tell you is that I'm from Japan, so sometimes I may not be able to explain things well in English. So any comments and questions are welcome if you get confused. Sorry about that, and let's begin. I'll be using this 100% polyester yarn. This is a product of 100 yen store. I think it's called $1 store in the US. You'll need this about 500 to 600 grams. Also, I'll mainly use this 4mm hook in this video. And use this 5mm hook to make foundation chains. Of course, you can do this with 4mm hook. And also, you'll need stitch markers and scissors. So first of all, do a slip knot and make chains as much as you can to match your shoulder width. And please note that you should make chains of even numbers. After making chains, please try it out like this. A little longer chains are better, I think. I made 64 chains. Next, regarding the last chain as the first stitch, do 1 double crochet in the 5th stitch. And also, you should put a marker in the 2nd stitch. I forgot to put it in this tutorial. I'm sorry. So again, regarding the last chain as the first stitch, do 1 double crochet in the 5th stitch. After doing 1 double crochet, chain 1. Skip the next stitch and do 1 double crochet. So please skip this stitch and do 1 double crochet on this stitch. And then chain 1. And again, skip the next stitch and do 1 double crochet, and then chain 1. So please repeat this process. After the last double crochet, please make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then turn your work and do 1 double crochet on the top of the double crochet in the previous row. And then chain 1. Repeat this process until the end of the row. I'm about to do the second double crochet from the last. Before that, I'll explain which stitch to do the last double crochet. So please do the last double crochet in the second chain from the top. I should have put a stitch marker in the second chain. So there are some chains at the end. And do the last double crochet here in the second chain from the top. So first I'll do the second double crochet from the last. And then chain 1 and do the last double crochet in the second chain from the top. The second row is done. We'll move on to the third row. First, make 4 chains. And put a stitch marker on the second chain from the top. Skip the next stitch and do 1 double crochet and chain 1. So please repeat this process. Repeat this process until it reaches your preferred size. Try it out like this and check the size. I did 19 rows. Next, we're gonna do the neck part. First, make 4 chains. Repeat the process of 1 double crochet and 1 chain until you make 5 mesh holes. 5 mesh holes are done. And then, please cut the yarn. In this video, I already cut the yarn, but you should pull the yarn and cut it. Move to the other side and insert your hook into the top of the double crochet on the 5th mesh hole. Wrap the yarn and pull it through the stitch. And then make 4 chains. Skip the next stitch and do 1 double crochet, and then make 1 chain. So please repeat this process. Do the last double crochet in the 2nd chain from the top. The front panel is done. So let's move on to the back panel. You just have to do the same thing as the front panel, so repeat the process and make 5 mesh holes.
Show it to me. If you really want me, show it to me. If you really love me, show it to me. If you really miss me, show it to me. If you do respect me, show it to me. If you care about me, show it to me. Show it to me, show it to me.
Finish the row with a double crochet. Be careful not to chain 1 this time. Then we are going to connect the 5 mesh holes at both ends by making chains. Before that, please count how many mesh holes you have between the 5 mesh holes at each end. I mean the part between the 2 crochet hooks in this video. I have 24 mesh holes. After counting, let's do simple calculations. The number of the holes you counted times 2 minus 1 equal the number of chains you have to do next. I have 24 mesh holes, so I'm gonna do 47 chains. The formula is 24 times 2 minus 1 equal 47. After making chains, do 1 double crochet at the end of the 5th mesh hole. Take the yarn end that you cut previously and carry it along. After doing the double crochet, chain 1. Repeat the process and make 5 mesh holes. Do the last double crochet in the second chain from the top. So this big hole will be the neck part. Make 5 mesh holes again. Repeat the process of 1 double crochet and 1 chain on the long chain you did previously. Skip the first chain and do 1 double crochet on the second chain. It's hard to see, but skip this first chain and do it on the second chain. Do it on the back of the second chain. And then chain 1. Repeat the process like you did on the very first row. Now I'm reaching at the end of the 5 mesh holes. Just do 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Repeat the process. The neck part is done. Proceed with the back panel as well so that it will be symmetrical with the front panel. I did 19 rows on the front panel, so I will do the same thing on the back panel. Count how many rows you have on the front panel and complete your back panel. I did front and back panel. You can pull and stretch your work if you think it's shrinking. Put it on and check the actual size. Before connecting the front and back panels to make the underarm parts, we will put stitch markers. But before that, for the last row, chain 1 and cut the yarn. Fold your work in half. We will connect each edge and some mesh holes upwards. This hole will be the beginning of your sleeves, so connect the underarm parts so that your work will fit you. I personally think loose sleeves are prettier than tight sleeves. We will be going to put 4 stitch markers in total. In my case, I want to connect 4 mesh stitches from the edge. Hold your work horizontally and put a stitch marker on the top of the double crochet in the 4th mesh hole. Move on to the back panel and do the same thing on your back panel. Do the same thing on the other side. Next, we will connect the underarm parts. Insert your hook into the corner wrap the yarn and pull it through, and make 3 chains. We will connect it to the corner of the back panel. So there are 4 chains on the corner. Do 1 double crochet on the 2nd or 3rd chain. I'm gonna do it on the 2nd chain this time. Yarn over and do 1 double crochet on the second chain. And chain 1. Hold the front side and do 1 double crochet. Hold the back side and do 1 double crochet like you did on the front side. Then chain 1. One double crochet on the front side, then 1 double crochet on the back side, and chain 1. So repeat this process. Do 1 double crochet on the part you put a stitch marker. Do 1 double crochet on the back side as well. Don't do a chain yet. Put a stitch marker on the last double crochet. The underarm parts are connected, so we'll move on to the sleeves. Chain 1. We'll do 1 double crochet and 1 chain all the way around. Do 1 double crochet on the next stitch and chain 1. Repeat the process all the way around and complete the first row.
Trusted your heart to another. Go and recover what's yours. Nature so fragile, yet so indestructible. Knowing yet vulnerable. No one can care for your heart but you.
The last double crochet and chain are done. Do a slip stitch on the part you put a stitch marker. It'll be better to hold your work horizontally if it's hard to see the stitch. Be careful not to do extra double crochet in the last stitch. Do a slip stitch on the part you put a stitch marker. first row is done. Begin by making 4 chains from the second row. Repeat the process of 1 double crochet and 1 chain. It will be better for you to put a stitch marker on the second chain from the top. The marked area is where you do a slip stitch at the end. Repeat the process of 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Do a slip stitch on the marked area.
Pull on the covers. Don't wanna wake up today. Why do I bother when everything's far from okay? Hell on my heart. I wish you would stay.
Do the same process as you did on the second row. First, make 4 chains and repeat the process of 1 double crochet and 1 chain. And then do a slip stitch on the second chain at the end.
Your heart is like a fortress. But baby, I'm still curious about you.
Repeat the process until it reaches your preferred size. After some progress, put it on and check the actual size. I finally did 47 rows. After you finish one sleeve, watch my video again and complete the other sleeve. Weave in yarn and it's done! As I said at the beginning, my English isn't very well, so please feel free to give me any comments and questions if you get confused. I'm planning to make something cute next time, so please subscribe.